Okay. I just listened on to Stefan speaks about the 5 traits that men look in for women, and it was talking about feminine energy. I really do agree with this. I think women struggle with emotional intelligence, which meaning some women are very insecure with their emotional side. Some women are not healed yet, and so they lead that on to their other relationships, which is very unattractive in my opinion. I know some people that have that problem where they are built with a lot of emotions and they let their emotions go all out of crazy, and a lot of men don't like crazy, like crazy crazy. I'm not talking about like crazy like good crazy, I'm talking about like crazy in a bad way. So when you're working on yourself, you're healing yourself, you're working on yourself, like what I've been doing for the last 3 years now. I've come to realize the things that I wanted in having a deeper connection with somebody. Having a deeper connection with somebody, I say it's hard to find. And when you have somebody that you can deeply connect with, it's like the best feeling in the world. Um, there are some people that I can talk to, but it's not like a deep, deep connection. And with a relationship, you cannot have too many misunderstandings. Because once you have too many misunderstandings, your relationship is not balanced anymore. It's very unbalanced and it's not good because you're always going to deal with more problems. So I do agree with a lot of his statements. And picking somebody who just really just is in tune with what you have to tell them, what's going on in your life, and you have a good vibe with. And I guess he said deep connection, whether it be, communication or just having like intellectual conversation or, anything like that. Anything that gives off a good vibe is very important in a relationship. I've dated quite a bit of people, and they're some of them are pretty good, deep connections where I'll laugh for days and weeks on end. But it just it vary with each person. And now that I'm like talking to people like casually, I'm just like seeing like what kind of guys are out there with their communication styles, if they're articulate or they somebody that I could see myself be with for the rest of my life, um, that kind of thing. So it always helps to know what you're looking for in a relationship, because I think a lot of times what happens is we don't even know unless we write it down what we're looking for, and to see if they're good people, good, the red flags or the green flags. Like I stated in one of my previous Facebook Live videos, it's very important to distinguish between the red flags and the green flags, because if somebody's manipulative, they're always going to be manipulative. And if they're good, you have to work in between what they, the conversations that you may have. I know that with relationships, it can get very hard to know who to trust. And I think one of his other previous classes, Stefan Speaks, was the trusting class. Trust issues is really important to know is if you can trust that person, because a lot of times women can't trust many men because they end up doing things that are wrong, cheating, lying, and stuff like that. So it's important to know how much you can trust in a relationship. And if it's an intimate relationship, you definitely got to be able to trust your partner fully, I would say. But yeah, so yeah, he did bring in a lot of good information. I just wanted to do a quick review on it. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to message me.